It's good, everybody. Just finishing up with my conversion to the, what do you call it, Hughes 300. Just getting the finishing touches, and I guess I figured I'll record this last part. It's not a difficult kit to install. It probably took me, I started maybe an hour ago. And I'm not rushing it. I didn't even read the instructions. I just looked at it for a few minutes and then started to put it together. So it's not difficult. It looks like so far we've got all the parts that we need. Looks like we've got everything we need. Just a little bit. Tied that up a little bit more. And put the other one on in a second. Whoopsie. This is nice because it'll keep the tail. Yeah, I was kind of worried about that, but this actually keeps the tail from touching. I might come back in here and paint this all a different color, the tail, to paint over the Omp Hobby logo thing. But for today, we're just going to get it installed. I might go back and paint it later. Yeah, without the battery, it's going to tilt backward a little bit. Once we have some weight in the middle or in the battery cage, it'll be good. I'm gonna come back and tighten these screws in a minute up here. I'm gonna do that last because you want to be able to have it move around a little bit. Plus, I need to put this. Look at the camera. I need to get this one on. Camera's not perfect, not the best angle. Let me work on that a little bit. So that's gonna go down here like this. I like the screws with their faces out. Pay attention to little things. Get this one started. Oops. It is kind of fiddly, you know, but that's just me being out of practice for the last decade. You know, I didn't really start getting back into RC. I've never been into helicopter RC until recently. Whoops, see, we messed up. There we go. See, that's why you want to keep it kind of loose while you're setting it up. If you make this too tight up here at first, you won't be able to get it into the position over here. Sure hope we're not missing any screws. So far, so good. I'm not super worried about it. I have a box of screws of all different types in case the manufacturer forgot one. This is too long. This is probably too long. Or wait, no, it isn't. This is the one. It's just the first time threading it in, it'll feel kind of tight. Just go ahead and thread it down until it gets. So it starts binding up, and then give it a little bit more. It'll get tight, just like maybe a quarter of a turn more. The same here. I heard this one tighten up. Just give it a little snug. It's, you know, like they'll tell you maybe to use Loctite, but if you go over your stuff regularly, I'm not worried about nylon fittings. Those don't usually back out. Aluminum, yeah, maybe. Alright, so we'll come back over here and tighten up the other side. This one tighten up. Just tight enough. I feel like maybe we're missing washers here. Up here, I mean. Like it could have had some washers, but I might go in there and put some in later. Some crushed washers. I don't like how that fits. This isn't a swivel head or anything, so it's just flat. Unless I have it on backwards, but I don't think so. Like I said, I'll just put a nylon crush washer in there at some point if I get to it. If I ever take this off to paint it. So today we're just gonna assemble it. I think we're about done here. I just need to go over some screws, probably. The screws missing here. I guess I'm just going over the finishing touches. So our screws are on this side, and they are actually Phillips head. So we can get the tail where we want it now, I guess. I kind of want it closer to the back so that I can't have a tail strike. So I can't strike the tail by accident. So the further this is back, the more you'll have that protection. So I'm just going to put it a little bit in front. This is all probably going to affect the center of gravity just a tiny bit, because it only weighs like 2 grams. Not really worried. I'm just snugging them down evenly. I hope that's translating to film. Can't see the camera. And I need to take this back loose because I didn't see this plate until later on. They actually give you a plate. They give us a plate for the tail here. So we'll go ahead and correct that real quick. And it looks like I have extra screws, so not sure if that's good or bad. We're gonna take all this back off for a second. I might get a bigger tail motor, or tail rotor blade, like go up a little bit, and then I might also go to like a 3-blade, get the 3 or maybe the 4-blade head for this setup. The 3-blade would make it look real, you know, that would be like what you would see on the real one. Get this last one started. Should be able to get it off pretty easily now. There we go. Some of the screws falling off. This is my work table station area, which is / also kind of like my office. So this table's been, or this desk mat's been through hell. It's been through it. Okay, so they gave us a nice shiny black plate. Wonder if they want us to mount it this way. Yeah, it's got a dust cap, so you can see the cap here. It's gonna go covering up the motor, so you know, to protect it from dirt and whatnot. So to get this started again, I'm just gonna go with start 1 in there, and then I'm just gonna get the motor I'm just gonna bring it up to the motor and start that thread, just like 2 turns or a few turns. Now it's started, we should be able to line up the other ones very easily. Get stuck in your tool, line it up. It's gonna find the threads by itself pretty much. Now that we got one going. I lied. Now it's kind of like being a bugger because it's, there we go. It didn't want to come back out of the thread. Just to line up. It's like working on fixing a watch or something. It's kind of fiddly. There we go. I felt it touch the threads. Again, you want to leave everything loose until all of your, like whatever assembly you're working on. Like we're working on this right now, just tighten them up a little bit. Don't make them all the way tight. And then we'll go ahead and do the same here. Get these screws through this mount. Get them to touch on the tail somewhere. There you go. I felt the thread touch. Started a couple turns. Same here. I felt it click. Oh, we're upside down though, aren't we? Yeah, we are. How did we get upside down? Oops. I'm glad I noticed that before I got outside with it. I'm gonna take it back loose and flip it over. Put the screw through. I felt it touch a thread. You'll feel, as you put the tool through, you'll feel it touch when it's lined up. And you don't want to force threads into existence, so find the old thread and go with that one. We're just making it tight and then a little bit more. Like you'll feel it get, like there it stopped, and then I'm just gonna give it like a 1/8 or something, a little more. Being that this is this plate is made out of, looks like carbon fiber or something, like what I mean is it'll have some compression to it, I guess. It's probably a composite. And we can't tail strike even if we tried to. We can't hit the tail on the floor. Good. That's tight. We'll go over them one more time. 1, 2, 3. Those are good. This one's a little bit loose. I gave it a bit more. Same with this one. A little bit more. Maybe go over one more time so they're equally tight. There we go. I'm satisfied how they're equally tight. Not worried about them coming loose. Alright. I think we're about ready to fit the body on. I have these big extra screws. I'm not sure what they go to yet. I'm thinking it'll start making sense if this doesn't fit the way I wanted it to. What I was expecting. And I'm a man, so I'm not going to look at the instructions until I absolutely have to. It's not hard to put on. I'm just being fiddly because I don't have enough light, really. Let's see, there's the other side. And it just pops in. If I can get it lined up. That's loose, look at that. I'm glad we noticed that. And to tighten that, they didn't really give me a tool. So I was just taking like a pin head or whatever, a safety pin, and using it to tighten that up there. I'm satisfied with how tight that one is. Let's check the other one real quick. I got the safety pin running through it here, so I can turn it. It's got like an eyelet. They didn't give you a tool, but that's what I'm talking about right here. There's a hole in it. In the middle. See, there it is. And I just ran the pin through it, and then I'm able to turn it to tighten it down. They were both kind of a little bit loose. And I'm not gonna move the camera this time. I'm just gonna put it on real quick. I'm gonna start with this side, this side. There we go. And I'm not sure, yeah, we're not fitted right, so we gotta pull one off. There we go, it's gotta go under the battery tray. And it looks like there's a little bit of play here that I might be missing a piece of instruction for that. We'll finally look at the instructions. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I'll just put maybe I'll put a little material there for it, like some foam or something to keep it from. If you look in here, this is what I'm talking about here. If I was to put some foam in there, it would isolate it and it'll just slip in. And I'm not super worried about that though. What is it gonna do in flight? It can't really go anywhere. Or I don't have it seated correctly. Let's go down further. Like maybe I just don't have it mounted properly. First time seating it, and the instructions just don't really give you exactly what I need to see. So, let's experiment with the seating of this thing. Yeah, they want you to put it under it for sure. There we go. Crisis averted. They want you to put it underneath of that lip so it fits clean like this. Okay. Let's see it. I mean, the blue and the orange is kind of wonk, but I'll go in there and paint it later. And then the blades, I mean, it doesn't look terrible, I guess, with the blue. The other option was bright yellow, and there's a white one that was not available for a while, so I got orange. The orange, black, white. There we go. If we wait a second, I'll just do a quick test flight on my floor here. Let me pause it. Okay, here we are in the living room. I'm just gonna do a quick test flight. Nice.